Get it up. Get it up. You know what time it is. It's time for the sports highlights, insights, and tips show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your host, Casey, a.k.a. Chubbs, a.k.a. Chubbsy. I'm back with my buddy, Mr. Macaroni, Mr. Mac himself.
Casey, unbelievable week, buddy. Way to go get after the boys. 7-1.
It's the high school jersey. It's the high school jersey. Something about it. Something about the Tunkhannock Tiger pride running through my veins and my blood. It just, it fires me up.
You got some wins under your belt. What was the only loss, Casey?
Only loss was to start the day. The gosh darn Seahawks over there in London.
Casey, what a brutal way to start the day, and how the tenacity you must have had just to battle your way back, buddy.
I thought it was going to be rough, dude. I thought it was going to be a rough day for me, honestly, with the way it started. They were down 14-0 as fast as I could even see them be down 14-0. Before I forget, I want to drop the link here for guest. All right, I'm going to drop the link in the chat here. So if you guys are just tuning in, pull up the comment section. You will see the StreamYard link there, and you guys can actually come join us in the waiting room, and we'll pull you up when we start taking callers. I see we got Juice sitting in the waiting room now. Juice, buddy, hang out in the waiting room. We'll pull you up in a second here. We're going to go with a little bit of a different format this week because I'm a little upset with you. Can I be honest quick for a second? Trust tree?
Yeah.
You send me all these picks that you don't take on the show, and you're like, I'm actually not doing that bad this year. Alternatively, wait a second. Did you update your record and your name?
Did not, Casey. I did not. What are we on? What are we at?
We'll get that fixed. 28, 40, and 1.
Casey, you put me in a goddamn box, buddy. You put me in a box in the show. You're going to pick straight bets every time. I'm not a straight better, Casey.
You're 100% with it. Listen, you're 100% correct. You're 100% accurate, which is why I'm going to let you be yourself this week. I'm going to stop putting baby in a corner. I'm going to let you shine, and I'm going to let you fly. We're going to go with a different format this week. What we're going to do, we're going to ping pong picks. All right. We both got picks here. We're going to go back and forth giving a pick. If I say a pick that's in the game that you also have a pick in, we're going to talk about them at the same time. That way we're not all over the place. Sound like a game plan? Casey,
I love it. I love it. Just so everybody knows, live bets have been unbelievably profitable this year for me. 4-2, up 3.5 units. Come on.
Can you at least do the people, because you can't like give out live bets for people. Can you at least do them a favor and let them know like what your general strategy is?
Casey, when you have like the Minnesota Vikings are a perfect example. Bills came down, scored a TD. Minnesota Vikings went to plus 10.5. You got to jump on them. Something you like, wait, early touchdowns don't really mean anything. Vegas knows, dude. Vegas knows. Just ride the coattail of Vegas. They said the game's going to be 3.5. The game's going to be 3.5. You can get it at 10. Get it at 10, Casey.
So your strategy basically is do you only do it with underdogs, or do you do it with whatever team goes down by a touchdown first?
Pretty much whatever team goes down on a touchdown. You'll notice though the favorites, those lines don't move much. Their touchdown favorite, they gave up a touchdown right off the bat. They'll move to 5.5. Some of those games you got to wait out a little bit. But the underdogs, for whatever reason, that tempo, Vegas must take tempo into account on those games because they fluctuate pretty good. So I would say focus on everything. Take the dogs though, the most point.
It's funny that you bring up underdogs because I have a bit of a fun stat here for you before we get into our picks this week. Underdogs this season have been unreal. Underdogs are 48-26 against the spread this season. 65% they're covering. Isn't that nuts?
Casey,
you'd be up 24 units if you bet on every underdog this season. 24 units.
On the show, I'm down 100 units in the show.
Yeah, what are you down?
Just so you guys, Sprinkled it in.
4.87. That's not bad.
Not
4.8 units. You multiply that by like $1,000. I think that's roughly your unit. So like you're only down like 4K, 5K. Yeah, not that bad at all. Easy bounce back. All right. Take a sip of the bubbly. You know, I love my bubblies.
While we're taking a sip, make sure to go buy as much pork salt as you possibly can. Best hot sauce in the game.
Literally the best hot sauce in the game. As always, I have a bottle sitting on my desk per usual. Pork slut. If you're tailgating at a game this weekend and you don't have pork slut, it's just not as good of a tailgate as it could have been, which is sad. Kind of reminds me of Carson Wentz. Just not as good of a quarterback as he could have been. Let's jump into the games. Very first game I want to talk about. I'm not going to go to that game yet because it might be my lock of the week. I want us to save your lock of the week for the end of the show. All right. So I'm going to go somewhere that's close to home. I'm going to go to the New York Giants in MetLife, bringing into town. Hold on. I have come on, producer Casey. Bringing into town the Detroit Lions. The Giants are -3. Total in the game's at 44.5. I'm now all in on the Giants. I'm going to probably bet them every single week. This spread doesn't make any sense. Like, what have the Lions really done to deserve this kind of treatment on the road in New York? This Giants defense is a bad matchup for the Lions. Bad matchup. I love the Giants -3 here. Giants -3 is the pick.
Casey, maybe under Jared Goff passing yards too. The Giants are going to be freaking in that backfield the entire game. I'm with you on this one. I think the Giants are going to win this game.
Do you have any action in this game?
No action, but I'll probably sprinkle a little bit afterwards. It's not going to show on my record.
How are you feeling about the Giants this year? I know they're kind of like a quasi favorite team of yours. Are you digging them?
Brian Dable's the guy, Casey. You're so lucky. I wish you could trade 1,000 Tomlins away for him. I mean, he's opening up the run for Saquon. I've been watching the all 22 on that Giants team, and it's just fun to watch, buddy. The plays that he's setting up, getting Saquon space, even a little bit of space. Here's the question. Talking to our good friend Matt Fay last week, do you re-sign Saquon?
Yes, I think so.
See, this is the same argument we had 7 years ago, Casey. Le'Veon Bell. I think running backs are replaceable in the league, and a lot of tread on those tires with Saquon.
You're not wrong. Can I show you quick? Because I know you love my guy Dable. Can I show you this T-shirt that I bought? Hold on one sec. Let me pull him up. Yeah, I don't know. I think Saquon, if you only, I don't think we're going to be able to get him at the price that's right. Check this shirt out.
That's fire.
Is this shirt not like the sickest shirt that you've ever seen?
Yeah, that's fire.
I'm so fucking excited for it. It's Dayball smoking a cigar.
You're just lucky to have him. Do you re-sign Daniel Jones? Got to.
All right, so we re-signed Daniel Jones, but only if we can get Daniel Jones at a price tag that is not near like what the top quarterbacks in the league are getting paid right now.
The Mitch Trubisky deal.
Yep.
1 year, 2 year prove it deal.
Or like someone was comparing it to like a Ryan Tannehill. I think Ryan Tannehill is on a kind of deal that I think would be right for Daniel Jones right now. Here's the thing. I'm going to rewind history a little bit for you. Granted, Daniel Jones isn't a number one pick. He's also not a Manning. But in 2007, the Giants were a team that was scrappy. I think they were 6-3 going into week 11. And the big thought was Eli Manning can never win the big one. He's got some bright spots here and there, but he doesn't have the consistency to win the big one. That year, the Giants go on a run, beat the Packers in Lambeau, ice cold. Tom Coughlin's face is turning bright red, pink like a cherry tomato. They beat the Packers in Lambeau. They beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Nobody thought they could do it. And Eli Manning got stamped as a guy that can win a Super Bowl. What if that happens with Daniel Jones? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to be crazy. I'm not going to be ridiculous. It's just history. If we don't learn from history, Manny, then we're idiots. We're insane. All right. That's all I'm saying. All right. You're up
Casey,
next.
Yeah. With that comment, I'm moving on.
We have to move on.
He's not Eli Manning. All right. I'm going to start with my Ravens. NFC North Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens minus 12.5 against the Panthers. The public
AFC
is
North.
on the.
You said NFC North. I was just correcting you.
Thank you.
I know you knew the right thing, but
public's on the Panthers. Sharp money is on the Ravens. I think they're going to absolutely blow them out. They got better at the trade deadline than they already were. I think they're going to start peaking now. Obviously, we've talked about Lamar 1,000 times, top 5 quarterback in the league, kind of the guy this year, potentially going to be MVP if he keeps it going. Probably has to play a little bit better, but listen, he's one of those guys.
All right, so hold on, let me pull your pick up on screen here. So I got minus 13. Is that what you have it at as well?
I'll take it at minus 13. I like it even more at minus 13.
And
Casey,
you did it minus
that game was disgusting, by the way. Them and the Falcons. Ugh. One of the most disgusting games ever. I'm sitting there just waiting for Kyle Pitts to get 25 yards, go to bed. Last drive of the game, must have got it. That's still brutal.
It's a nice W, though. It's a nice little secret W. Can I tell you something? I have $100 on the Falcons over win total. Have I told you that yet? On their future? I placed it before the season even started. You know I've loved the Falcons, but even before the season started, over 4.5 wins was their total. It was $100 to win like 190. It was like minus 110, something like that. And they almost beat the Chargers, but lost that game. And then they lost to the Panthers, who they should have beat. They're just sitting there at 4 wins. And I'm like, are we really about to go on a crazy losing streak? And I'm going to lose this fucking bet that should be the biggest lock of all time at this point. I have something I think I'm going to do in this game. I also like the Ravens. This feels to me like one of those games where the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, like quietly, this is like the Dolphins week 1. You probably don't remember it. There was like a season where it was like week 1, the Ravens and the Dolphins played. And I think the Ravens scored like 50 some points. Do you know what I'm talking about?
56 points. Yeah, 2020. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, you remember that game?
Yeah.
Yeah. So even when the Ravens did that, they like weren't on red zone at all. Like it was a really sneaky 56-point game by them. This feels like that again to me. This feels like the Ravens are going to absolutely demolish the Panthers, like really quietly. And everyone's just going to be checking their app at the end of the day and be like, oh shit, I didn't even realize that the Ravens fucking crushed the Panthers. That being said, minus 13 is just so much for this Ravens team. It's a lot for this Ravens team. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to put together, I don't have it for the people, but I'm going to put together some sloppy Ravens, like Lamar Jackson over rushing yards and Lamar Jackson to score a touchdown and Ravens to cover like -6.
Casey, 2 weeks ago, the Cincinnati Bengals ran the ball down the Panthers' throats. They ran it down their throats, buddy.
Yes.
That's AFC North, buddy.
That is AFC North.
If the Steelers played them, they might blow them out by 50, 60 points. I think you're getting ahead of yourself. If anything, sell some points on this game. Make it 20. Who cares, Casey?
Shut up. Stop
Live
it.
a little.
Fucking stop it. All right. Next pick, I'm going to roll to. I'm going to go to this one because I know you got some play in this game. Let's go here to New York Jets at the New England Patriots. We've got the Jets at +3.5 heading into New England. The total in the game is 38.5. I will start because it's my pick. You're right. I just pointed at you as if it was your turn to go. So originally I wrote down Jets, right? I wrote down Jets +3.5. They're hot. They're good. I did a little bit more research into the game, and I'm afraid that I talked myself out of the right pick with the Jets here, but I'm going to take the Patriots laying the points. I'd prefer if it was under the number, so I might like parlay. I might do a teaser here with like Patriots to win and the under, because here's why. Bill Belichick, low scoring games, 2 weeks basically to prepare for this game. He had a bye week, and I think they played like a weird early game the week before that. A lot of time to prepare for this game. The total's only at 38.5, which tells me it's going to be a low defensive game. I like Bill Belichick at home in the division in a low defensive scoring game.
Casey, you basically did the exact same thing I did. Had the Jets immediately. That's the pick. Easy pick. Bill Belichick at home. Where are you going with that? 3.5. I wouldn't hate this if this line moved down to 2.5 or 3. The heavy money is coming in on the Jets, which makes me think wait to put this bet in until Sunday morning, because I think it's going to go down to 3 or 2.5.
I think
Patriots
it was
are the right side in this game.
I think it went up to 3.5 because it was at 3 last night, and then right before we started recording the show, I looked and it was at 3.5.
Casey, pump the brakes on this one. Pump the brakes.
I have a couple picks later that are kind of pump the brake picks a little bit as well, but I still think Bill Belichick 3.5 is a little scary. If I'm being honest, I think this game is probably a tease with the under in some way. Just Patriots to win. Patriots to win the game outright and like under, I don't know, 42.
Fair.
That sounds like a nice pick. Might have to adjust that and put it in the post-game official card. By the way, we tweet and Instagram these cards out if you guys want to see them. Follow me on Instagram at Chubsy. Okay, your turn for a pick.
So such a hilarious handle still. Just rolls right off the tongue, Casey.
Does Chubsy.
Oh, Casey, we're going to the Bills game. Listen, I already told you, I live bet the Vikings easiest win of the entire year. That was one of the greatest feelings in the entire world. They get stopped at the goal line, and I'm happy, even though I have them. Didn't even matter. Kirk Cousins doesn't get in. Doesn't even matter. Game's over when you got them at plus 10.5. I think the Browns stink. Why are we giving them so much love? This is the second week in a row we're kind of giving them love. I think the Bills should be 14-point favorites in this game. I am going to take a teaser, though, keep it on the conservative side. Bills minus 2.5 over 36.5. You're going to get minus 111 odds on this, so not that far off from the minus 110. These have been hitting for me all year long. I think it's worth it. Vegas is right.
They 36.5?
36.5, Casey.
And what was your odds on it?
Minus 111. Boom.
Put it on the screen.
Screenshot this at your home.
Screenshot this if you're at home. Screenshot it. Clip this. Clip it. Because you're not going to have it forever. I definitely like the pick. I am in on this game as well, but only on the over. I like the over 42.5 in this game. I might just start betting like every Browns and Bears over because I love those games. By the way, do we want to talk about our over under off last week, or do we just want to let that one slip under the rug?
Bye-bye.
Yeah. See you later. I won that game in like the second quarter.
Yeah.
I am on my pick in this game. I actually am picking this game. I'm going to take over 42.5, I think is what it's at right now. I like your teaser though. I've been trying to toy with your teasers more now that you told me how far you tease them and like that you still make it like a minus 110. I've never thought about doing it that way. And you've seen a lot of success with these teasers. Is that a fact?
Casey, you just basically got to make it to even odds is what I'm doing, you know? And if you're taking a little bit of a loss on it, it's still not like a huge deal. I can tell you exactly what I'm at with these case. I believe it's 65%.
65% on the year you're hitting on these?
I gotta learn how to use this iPhone a little bit better, buddy.
Add it to my card. Add it to my card. If you're hitting at 65%, add this teaser to my card.
62, but who's
all right, I'm going to jot it down in my notebook. Add Manny's teaser. Plus Manny's teaser. We're going to start actually checking you on these teasers now. That's what it's coming down to.
By the way, not my idea. Big brain guy. Big brain guy gave it to me.
It's your source. Just say it's your source. It sounds cooler if you say it's your source.
Big brain guy.
All right, my next pick. This might be my best bet of the week. Let's just say I'm as confident in this pick as I would be in my best bet of the week pick. We're heading into Philadelphia. We're heading into Indianapolis, not into Philadelphia. We've got the Eagles at -6.5, taking on the Colts, who are coming off a W with their new coach, Jeff Saturday. And I don't think I've seen an easier pick in my entire life. Hold on, I need to type it into my graphic here. I'm taking 2 picks in this game, and it's both on the Philadelphia Eagles side of things. What are we talking about with these Colts? They beat the Raiders, and we're just going to give them – we just had the Commanders as 11.5-point dogs to the Eagles. And now, the Colts with dumb, stupid bro Jeff Saturday as their coach and old Chevy Astro van Matt Ryan as their quarterback are only 6.5-point dogs. So I'm taking 2 picks in this game. I might even parlay them together, honestly, in a little side, sprinkle thing. Well, I'll take them separately for the show. Eagles -6.5 for the game and Eagles -3.5 first half. I might even like the first half better.
That might be the easiest pick of all times.
Are you having any?
I didn't have it on my card. I mean, other than the fact they went back with Matt Ryan, that's the only thing I really care about. Thank God. Somebody, Saints, maybe take a page out of this playbook and put Jameis back in, you cowards. But yeah, I think you're right in this game. I think you're spot on.
Are you putting it on your card?
Yeah, that's in.
Put it on the card. Put it on Manny's card. We're all of a sudden going to have way more bets than we used to have. You want both of them on your card?
-3.5, Casey. They're going to go down and score in 30 seconds.
You have to actually bet these. You're betting both of them?
Fair.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. We're both going to have 12 bets on our card this week. All right, what's your next bet? By the way, for the analytics on this game, the Eagles are just 1,000 times better than the Colts and should be favored by maybe 2 touchdowns here. I've never it's my bet of the week. It's my lock of the week. I'm not even going to act like it's not my lock of the week. It's my lock of the week. Best pick of the week. Now I feel bad I didn't save it for the end, but there you go. Any viewers, by the way, link is dropped in the comment section if you guys want to jump in and get on the show. You can also just write a comment in the comment section, and I will pull it up on the show, particularly anything that makes fun of Manny. We really love. We love laughing at anything if you're picking on Manny's looks or his general aura, anything like that.
There's
his hairline. There you go. If you want to pick on the hairline, please, we encourage it. Don't talk about my weight. Says the guy nicknamed Chubsy. All right, go ahead, buddy. What's your pick here?
I'm going to the Rams at Saints game, Casey.
Ew, this game grossed me out. I stayed as far away from this game as possible.
John Wolford, right?
I think it's still up in the air. Stafford's in the old concussion protocol.
Wolford versus Dalton. Give me that's the lowest under of all times. 38.5. Give me the under. I just don't see any of these teams scoring, Casey. The Rams are 29th for scoring points, and that's with Stafford. Even if Stafford plays, I don't even care. And the Saints are 16th.
I think our boy Koopy's probably out too.
He's definitely out. He's undergoing surgery.
Koopy, not Poopy Cup.
R.I.P. in peace.
Did you have him on your fantasy team?
No, Casey. No.
Why'd you say it like he's a bad? He's the best fantasy player of all time.
Casey. Come on, buddy.
You
I don't
don't
get
draft.
Cooper Kupp. You think he's good?
Shut up.
You think
Shut
he's
up.
a top wide receiver in the league outside of last year?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah.
I think he is top. He's like, he could be number one. You could argue him for number one.
Tyreek Hill.
Okay. You could argue him for
Jalen
number
Waddle.
two. Oh, stop. You're just going to name the Dolphins team now. Mike
Casey,
Gesicki.
I was just making a point that there's two people on one team that's better than him.
No, Jalen Waddle is not anywhere close to as good as Cooper Kupp.
Tyreek
Hill, I'll give you. Tyreek Hill, I'll give you. No, Cooper Kupp's better than Jamar Chase.
Julio Jones.
Better. Maybe DeAndre Hopkins.
No.
That could potentially be your only argument.
No.
Dude, there's very few guys in the NFL that just
Justin
get
Jefferson.
open. All right, like that's an argument too. But like those guys are like top 4.
Deontay Johnson.
You fucking. I'm not gonna act like you didn't say that. I think that game is gross. The fact that you're taking the under in it makes me even happier that like that's the pick in the game. That's like put the pick in and then like just check the score at 4:00 and be like, did I win or not? You're not even gonna watch that football game.
It's not gonna be a red zone either.
No, it's not. Yeah, there's gonna be 0 points scored. Love that. I think my only worry is like you might get fucking T-boned by like a Jameis Matt Stafford shootout all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's something that's always on the mind, Casey. It's going to be always.
You never
there.
know with injuries, especially when you're giving your picks on Wednesday. You never know with injuries. Next game, what do I have here? Let's go to big game of the week. Big game. Maybe the game of the week. Dallas Cowboys at the Minnesota Vikings. Spreads 1.5 in the Cowboys' favor. Is it still at 1.5? Let me check that quick. Yep, 1.5 still. Cowboys -1.5. Vikings +1.5. Total on the game is at 47.5. I love the Cowboys in this spot. I love them. I love them at -1.5. I love them on the road. Defense travels and they have defense. Also, if you've watched these games that the Vikings are winning, everyone's making a big hoopla about them winning all their games at the last second. That's not the big deal. The big deal here is that Kirk Cousins is getting fucking crushed in these games. He's just delivering like really nice throws, but their offensive line is not that good. And they have gotten very lucky this year. This is the perfect spot for the Vikings to drop one.
Casey, I made a bad error on this game. I got the line written down completely wrong. I got the over/under written down completely wrong. I'm so far off. I'm trying to check my sources to make sure what's on the screen is correct. Did you verify that? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm looking at FanDuel right now. Cowboys -1.5, over/under 47.5. What did you think it was?
Oh, Casey, I can't even tell you, buddy.
Please tell me.
What I have written down is not even logical.
Maybe it was what it opened at. What did you have written down?
Wasn't even remotely close to what it opened at. I had the Vikings +7.5.
Yeah, it opened at a pick.
Over 43.5. And I didn't even take the Vikings +7.5. I was taking the over 43.5. That is frightening. I guess with this logic, I gotta take the Cowboys. I'm a little bit caught off guard here, but
yeah, for sure.
The Cowboys. If I
do you want it on?
Vikings,
do you have a pick? Do you want the over still?
Give me the over still anyway. I think there's gonna be a ton of points scored. No,
so you're taking.
No, don't give me the over anymore.
Just the Vikings or just the Cowboys?
Give me the Cowboys in the under.
Cowboys and the under.
Wait, did I write? I'm trying to think in my head. Did I write that wrong? So I would correct myself and go the opposite? Oh, man.
What was past Manny thinking?
I'm a little bit of a brain teaser right now. Does my subconscious want me to take the over? Does it think this is going to be just a high scoring game? No, Kirk Cousins is going to get killed by Micah Parsons. This is a brain teaser, Casey.
I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm so excited.
The unders is the better play in my brain now. But I'm just worried about my old brain being like, hey, 43, that's nothing. 47, that's not, that's a lot.
47 is a lot.
Give me the over. Got to stick with my original thought.
Over 47.5.
Yeah, a lot of points.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Ah, man. That's it. That was fun. You took us on a roller coaster there. I still can't tell if you did that on purpose. I'm like sitting here trying to be like, is he acting? Is this an act? Is he playing with me right now?
Casey, I'm not an actor, buddy. Can't even see that probably right there. Vikings plus
7.5. You thought the best team in the NFL, tied for the best record in the NFL, was a 7.5 point dog, and you were like, still not going to take them.
I'm like, this Cowboys team, people are seeing something. I'm seeing in them too.
This Cowboys team is good. This Cowboys team is good.
Sheesh.
All right, what's your next pick, buddy?
Steelers Bengals.
Oh, I'm excited about this game.
Casey, this is a stinky pick. Listen, the Steelers beat them the last time they played in Cincinnati. Finally, they're going to be coming to Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Listen, TJ Watt's back. I think they're going to do it again, Casey. The public is on the Bengals. The money coming in on the Steelers. Classic spot to bet the Steelers. 4.5 is a decent amount of points. You're getting a field goal. Wait a second. I've got, hold on. Beep, 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 doop, 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 doop.
I've got late breaking news. The spread has since changed 3.5. It's at 3.5 now. If that wants to change anything, I don't know, but I was just looking at FanDuel and I must have got it wrong.
Casey, it was 4.5 an hour ago, buddy.
I'm looking right now at 3.5.
Casey, what my next sentence was going to be is I would almost sell a point to get this down to 3.5. Like, what's that 4.5 point doing? It's not a football score. Who needs 4.5? Give me 3.5.
But why wouldn't you want 2.5? Because a field goal is 3. Oh, you're on the Steelers.
I'm on the Pittsburgh Steelers, buddy.
Oh, okay. I thought you were on the Bengals this entire time because you were saying Steelers beat them the last time out, blah, 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 stinky pick. So I thought you were going to go with the Bengals.
Nope.
All right. Well, this was argument. This is what was in my brain for which would be my best pick of the week was between the Eagles in this game. This is arguably my lock of the week as well. Steelers plus 3.5 is such a nice pick here. It's like a nice little prime rib grilled up on the you sear it first so you get that nice crispy outside, and then you put it in the oven and you bake it so you get that nice meaty juicy interior in there. Nice medium rare. I'm a medium rare guy. This pick is a medium rare pick. Steelers plus points at home. Mike Tomlin, division rival, right up the road. Bengals are hurt right now. They don't have Jamar Chase still. Steelers just got TJ Watt back. That's a completely different team with TJ Watt out there. A completely different team. I don't actually ever think I've seen a defensive end make the impact that TJ Watt does on all sides of the ball. So I love the Steelers here with the points. I'm also going to bet them, and I'm going to take them in the show. I'm going to bet the money line right now. It's at plus 165. So I'm taking Steelers with the points and the Steelers money line here. I think they could easily win outright. Kenny Pickett's just starting to get his legs under him. He's just starting to kind of, he's no longer Bambi. Now he's becoming a big buck, if you will.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with duck.
We in a trust tree, obviously.
Yep, always.
I can't watch the Steelers team play, buddy. I'd rather watch Red Zone than watch them play. Is that sad to say? Is my bad fan?
Is it because you're used to them being like so good all the time?
Casey, I'm just used to Super Bowls. Which is not even true, Casey. Which is not even true.
I was going to say, I remember a period of time when we would, like when the Steelers were bad. Remember Tommy Maddox years? Hold on. We actually have a Steelers fan here in the caller waiting list. Juice, you ready to come on, buddy? Juice, we got you live.
What's going on, fellas? Manny, how you doing, buddy? It's been a minute.
What's up, man? It's been a while, buddy.
Yo,
hey, is that Chubby or Chubster?
Chubsy.
What do you go by?
Chubsy. Juice, we're on the Steelers.
Chubsy. Oh, okay.
We're on the Steelers game right now. And Manny, I know you're a Steelers fan. Manny is saying that he struggles to watch this Steelers team right now because he's just so used to Super Bowls.
Well, yeah, 100% got to agree with that. We're used to that.
I remember, I feel like our first couple of years getting into football for like our age group of people, though, the Steelers were really bad when they had like Tommy Maddox and Charlie Batch.
We were relative. We were always in that grind. We were in the AFC North. That's the best division in football. I still stand by that, regardless of how our team's looking right now. We're going to come into Cincy. I believe we're at Cincy this week, right?
Yeah. Can you see that running across the bottom of your screen?
In Pittsburgh.
Oh, it's at Pittsburgh. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Steelers plus
what
3.5.
Kind of fan am I, right? What kind of fan am I?
It's all right.
Long day. But we're going to win at home. Kenny Pickett's going to run for another 50 yards and maybe 2 tutties like the first appearance. You know, we need that kind of energy.
We agree with you, buddy.
Back, so that's big, real big for the defense. So
we agree with you. What's your pick of the week? You can give us multiple picks too if you want to.
Well, I mean the lock of the week I got this week is Chiefs minus 5.5 at San Diego. That's obvious a lock. That's the biggest lock of the week. Bet your house on it. Put the mortgage on it. That's number one. There's no way Pat Mahomes is going down on Sunday Night Football. No shot.
All right, real quick, let's talk about that game because that's a game we were getting to next anyway.
All right.
I'm a little nervous about this game because the Chargers always beat the Chiefs. Do you got to go? My guy's at work right now. My guy's definitely calling us from work right now.
No, I am done with trivia. I'm live. I got Susan in the background. She's our manager at the Bright Penny. So we're just down in the brewery chilling.
I'm nervous about this game, but I think I lean towards what Juice is saying here with the it just feels like a game where the Chiefs are just going to go in and just kind of embarrass the Chargers.
They might beat them by 35. They really might. Is that plain and simple? What do you think there, Manny?
Casey, stop being so goddamn disrespectful. This is our first guest pick we've ever had, Casey. Take the Chiefs. Take the minus 5.5. Juice just told us. Bet your whole entire house on it, Casey. Use your ears, please.
Oh, I didn't even hear him. He was going with the Chargers.
No, I like the Chiefs. I said the Chiefs. I said I'm a little worried.
Justin Herbert is showing why he is a fraud. I mean, granted, his wide receivers are kind of hurt, a little banged up. But, I mean, Josh Palmer, he's a stud. DeAndre Carter, like, their backups aren't bad. And, like, he has some people to throw the ball to. So that shouldn't be that big of an excuse. Austin Eckler in the backfield still. All
right, here's the thing.
Chiefs by a zillion.
But that's why I'm a little worried about the Chiefs is because I think those receivers might be coming back. And I'm like, I think this is a little bit of a rat line. The Chiefs should be favored by more. 5.5 isn't enough. I'm probably betting on the Chiefs. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a little worried about it. All right. I'm a little worried about it.
Casey.
I also, I don't know if you guys covered this game. Just, I got like two more picks.
Let's hear them.
I like the Bears plus 3 going into Atlanta. I know you're big on Atlanta this year, Casey, but I don't think this is going to happen. It's Justin Fields' time. He's been kicking my ass left and right in fantasy. I've been facing him the last 3 weeks. Fuck that motherfucker. But I'm riding with him this week. So Bears plus 3. That's what I got there. You want me to keep rolling with my last one?
Let's hear it.
You're going to love this one. This is for you. Lions plus 3 in New York. Fuck MetLife Stadium. The Giants are fraud. They're going
of all things for you to
the worst state
of all
probably America. It's up there with California.
All right. Back up. Do I have a muting function? How do I operate this thing to mute people? First of all, saying your pick and then the very first thing you say is like fuck this stadium is very funny. That's just like fuck MetLife Stadium. I'm betting against the Giants because I don't like their stadium. Second, you could hate on New York and New York City. New York is like easily top 5 states in the country. easily.
To be honest, real quick, I'm surprised you're not betting the Lions because I was with you in Philly. You were wearing Eagles gear. What kind of guy is wearing Eagles gear as a Giants fan? I just wanted to bring that up for the shit show. Let every
He must have got disconnected there.
Did he drop?
I think he got disconnected. Sorry about that, Juice. We'll get back to your picks again next week. Good luck. I'll track those for you, buddy. We got another caller. It's my friend from my podcast, Men with Mics, Don Chens. Hey, there he
What is up?
Oh no!
Chenzy.
So this is what you cheating on me. I'm caught you red-handed.
Yeah, I'm cheating on you
with this Jamoke. Cheating me with this guy. Look at his record.
The only reason
this is who you're cheating on me with 27 and 34.
I've been hiding this show from you because you're actually quite good at gambling.
Oh yeah, baby.
Much better than us, honestly, so far this season, Manny. If I'm being quite honest, he's hot right now. But I think you're going to fall off. Like water has to find its level. So I think personally, I'm not going to tell the listeners what to do. Personally, I'm going to start fading you a little bit because do you know your off the top of your head, do you know your record over the past 4 weeks since you started tweeting out your picks?
I tweeted it out. The other day. Wait, give me 1 sec.
It's
I have
absurd.
it by week.
He's like hitting anytime touchdown scorers like consistent.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
He's like has a positive record on
touchdowns. All right, week. So this basically started after Casey gave me shit because I just wanted to brag to him. He's like, tweet your picks ahead of time. So I'm tweeting my picks. Week 7, 12 and 5.
Wait. Let's not just brush over that. He would brag to me about picks after the games happened.
Because you're supposed to be the gambling guy, and I'm over here making money.
I don't know if you took those picks. I don't even know if you took those picks.
All right, well, here's the proof. Week 7, 12 and 5. Week 8, 9 and 5. Week 9, 7 and 5, and then last week 11 and 6.
But I should also add to give you a little bit more credit. Even those aren't all like
no, those are some anytime touchdown scores. Those are like some underdog money lines. Yeah, picking parlays. Doing
all
it
right.
all.
What's your? You don't have to give us one best bet. You could have a couple. And we've switched up the format this week, so you don't even have to just pick like a side or an over under. You could do your like weird props that you like to do and whatnot. But
I don't even want to give you a pick. I just want there's Hendricks. Say what's up, Hendricks. I don't even want to give you a pick. I just want to brag that I'm the top dog right now. My record should be up there and should show that I'm the best gambler on the show right now, and I'm not even a host.
We need a pick. I can't like just
pick. All right, but you want the picks? Turn my tweet notifications on because they come out Sunday morning. I just go off vibes. That's the system. You got all your systems. Mine just wake up and what are the vibes that morning?
Your system that going off vibes that morning is like it's a code word for like you need to be shitting while you think about you need to be taking a shit.
That's where the vibes are. The vibes are in the bathroom, baby. My only pick that I'll give is the Thursday night game because that doesn't count for my Sunday vibes. Is I'm just taking Packers -3. That's it. It's simple. I'm not even giving you a touchdown score. That's just what I'm going to take. The Titans have no playmakers besides Derrick Henry.
Are you worried about the Titans being the most disrespected team in the NFL consistently and always covering spreads?
I'm a Titans guy. I just think Aaron Rodgers shows up on primetime games, and Tennessee doesn't have the playmakers to keep up.
I think that's fair. We usually like to play around the first time touchdown scorer on Thursday nights.
If I
I'm one for whatever I'm 1-9. I can't hit one of those. Cold as ice.
But think about all the ones that we got really close on.
Yeah.
I thought being close doesn't count. You give me shit for that. Don't even say that.
That was intentional to trigger you.
I don't know if I have a touchdown. I actually have a system for my touchdown scores that I don't want to give away.
Why'd you come on the show then? I need to kick this guy off the show. He doesn't want to give anything away. He just wanted to come on the show to tell everyone how good he is.
My touchdown scores are I just pick guys on my fantasy teams that I think will score.
See, I tend to do the opposite.
Really? No, it's a good system because it helps you minimize like the number of guys. Like if you look at like everyone who's playing in every game, you'll overthink it. You'll try to pick someone who's too much of a dog. If you just go through your starting lineups, like who do I need to score? Who's likely to score? Kind of look at the odds. And you just kind of pick someone every week. It's a good way to limit the universe of the guys that are going to score touchdowns. That's my system.
It also lets you use the like ESPN fantasy projections to your benefit a little bit We're
And
like,
it gives
if
you two things to root for.
Yeah, you're like, if I'm starting this guy, then like people must think he's going to score a touchdown.
Yeah, I got a fantasy touchdown, and I got to win my bet. It's a win-win. So that's all I'm doing. So you're going to start seeing repeats of the same guys I predict to score touchdowns because I'm running out of players on my
It's just
fantasy
your
teams.
team. Yeah, exactly.
But I'm going
Well, it keeps
Packers
running.
-3. Packers -3 is the bet.
Packers -3. We don't usually do Thursday night picks on this show, but you are a friend of the program, so I'll allow it this time. Thanks for calling in, Chenzi. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
Run.
Peace, buddy. All right. Any other picks? We went to callers there quickly in the middle, but I'd love to hear. Do you have any other picks on your card?
Casey, that's my full card, buddy.
It's my full card as well. I have one more thing.
Casey, real quick.
Yes.
I'm not meant to say this before Chen's got on. Flip my Chiefs pick to the Chargers, by the way. I don't think Chiefs are gonna win a single game all year.
Oh man, Derek's gonna be so upset. Derek's gonna be. He was like, oh man, he's my fucking boy. He's all. You did gas him up. You gassed him up well. I like that. I actually like that a lot. He's definitely not going to watch the rest of the show too, because he watched up to this point until he could get on.
I love him. I love that kid to death. Love him to death. He's all time, absolutely all time. Give me the Chargers.
He moved to North Carolina recently we grew up in Pennsylvania, and he's just slowly slipping more and more just into being a full, like, yeah, I would think he's born and raised there at this point. I'm surprised no y'all's slipped out or anything like that. One more thing from the comment section. Our boy from last week, Don Knowles, is back, and he's got a pick this week. Best bet, Bears +3.5. So I think we have them at 3 right now, don't we? Yeah, we have them at 3 right now on FanDuel, but you could buy that point up to 0.5. I think we like that pick, right? Both of us said we like that pick. Somebody gave that pick. Oh, Juice gave that pick. I actually like that pick as well. Did you give this pick out?
No, I don't touch Bears games.
Yeah, that's right. You're off the Bears. Good show. Should we comment on Monday Night Football? Too many injuries. Don't touch it. I can't touch Monday Night Football. If I'm going to make a bet on Monday Night Football, I might make like a quick little Instagram story right before it just to tell people about it. Because I can't. There's like, it's like Kyler Murray might be injured and Colt McCoy might be injured. We might be looking at a Trace McSorley start. You know Trace McSorley from Penn State? If we get a Trace McSorley start. Oh, yes, he did. If we get a Trace McSorley start, I'm going to do like a Trace McSorley over rushing yards, Trace McSorley to run a touchdown, Trace McSorley to throw a touchdown. I'm going to do all those. Parlay them together.
That's it.
Good show, buddy.
Casey, thank you, buddy.
Let's go, Giants.